Welcome to another day of practice trading with me. Okay, I am going to randomly find a day, 14, and we are going to go back. Let's see, we're going to go back to whatever the last month, 14, that's a Sunday, so we're going to go to this Monday. And 6 o'clock is the time that I like to trade. I like to trade pre-market. And let's see what's happening on this day. Okay, so first of all, I zoom out and I look at things as a whole. So this was pretty flat. We had an uptrend and now we're like moving at a very, very low slope uptrend, but it looks like lately we've been pretty flat. And if I wanted to, okay, so I would say that was that uptrend. And so we've sort of exited that trend and we seem to be in a trading range right now. And let's see. When I do my trading ranges, I find I like to go with the bodies. I don't know. It just seems a little bit more accurate for me. And like, see how these two like went way outside of that trading range? That's, for me, that's okay because those, like everything else stayed within this line. Those are the only outliers. So that's how I would draw this trading range. Now, this is a very, very narrow trading range. Like, let's use the measurement tool to see exactly how narrow this is. It is like 5.5 points. That's not good. I don't want to be trading up and down on this because here, let me do the quick math on this. If that's 5.5 points times $20, I mean, yeah, you can make $100 if you go all the way from the top to all the way at the bottom, but you're probably not going to get all the way at the top because you see, like even if you buy right here, like you're just not going to get all the way to the top. So it's going to be even less than 100 plus whenever you consider commissions, and it's just not a good risk to reward ratio, in my opinion, to do up and down this kind of thing. Okay. Now, I know that there are definitely some institutions that do this, that are able to trade that way, and they use computers to trade that way. But for me, I'm not going to do that. Okay, well, awesome. It's a good thing that I didn't want to trade in this trading range because it looks like we are already exiting it and we're doing something different. Okay, so if I'm kind of seeing an upward trend, and maybe we could even, we could even try to count that one. So maybe something along these lines is possible. But yeah, I don't know. I was going to say, since we're like at the bottom of this, do I want to buy now? But this trend really hasn't been established. This is just me speculating that this could be a trend. So I'm not ready to enter yet because I don't exactly know what's going on. I kind of want to get a better picture of what's happening so that whenever I trade, the way that I seem to do it is that I'm not trying to like predict what's happening. I'm just looking at what's happening and trying to ride the wave of what is already happening. Okay, so this one tried to go up really high and then it was knocked down. So it met some resistance, which reminds me, let's look back. Okay, so yeah, we don't have any specific resistance, I would say, right here. We don't have any resistance until we get way up there, I would say. So I'm not sure. Let's see. It's possible that we could start coming back down to the trend line since we got pushed up. So let's see. No, we're going up more. Now this kind of looks like a reversal bar. You see how it's got a high wick on the top and it's low down, like it's closing lower, but I don't know. But it's definitely like, we're definitely trending. This is a strong trend. Like, look, it's up, it's up. Like we're each body is considerably above the other body. So I also start to ask myself, like sometimes we just get a breakout where it's just like up, 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 or down, 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 and it's just like nonstop. And I end up not entering because I'm scared that this thing is going to end. Like this trend has to end soon. So this also makes me wonder if I should enter as it with it being like a good trade up, like a good breakout, and I just want to ride the breakout. It's not very like, doesn't follow my normal rules. It's not very wise. But here, let's look at, if we did this, where would like my risk to reward ratio be? Okay, so I'd probably put it like there. And then, oh, I hate it when it does that and I can't pull it. So yeah, and then like, okay, if you follow it, fair value gaps, like it sort of looks like, or the other thing would be like supply and demand. I think it looks like there might be something here that could cause that. So this actually does not look like a terrible trade when I'm looking at it in whole. And also because when I look at it in whole, we went up, we came down, we've been slowly coming up, and then we've been going straight. So like it kind of makes sense that we might want to go back up to around where we were. So I'm going to take this trade and see what happens. But I'm going to take it knowing that this is not following my normal setups. This is an experiment. And so some people I know will tell me in the comments, they'll be like, you're not supposed to take that. You're supposed to only take like setups you're sure of. And I agree with that. But right now I am learning. So I have to figure out what is correct and what is not correct. Okay, so I'm buying and we're moving forward. Oh, okay. And I could be totally wrong. Oh, that's a weird one. That one looks like we might be. That bar looks like, and that makes me wonder if I want to just close out at $85 because that's such a weird one. I think I am going to close out right there. Okay, I flattened right there, and then it was like right there or something like that. Okay, let's see what happens. Yep. I'm glad that I did flatten because that would have gone through my stop loss, and so I would have lost a lot of money. And instead, I made a little tiny bit. I made $85. I'm happy with that. Okay, so now let's look at what kind of structure we are dealing with. So we had an uptrend. We had, like a good amount of an uptrend. And then we're coming back down. So the other thing that I notice is if I remove this, and if I remove this, so this low is lower than this low. It's still higher than this low, but I am once again unclear of what is happening. So we're just going to watch it. Oh, okay. I like this as a like going up point. It's like a double bottom, and this is also a really good reversal bar. But if I were to say like what the structure is, I don't exactly know because it came down to basically where that trading range was. So it's not exactly doing like a stair step kind of thing. But I think I'm going to enter again because that's such a good like double bottom classic reversal bar. Let's see. Well, I say I'm going to enter again, but if I were to, because there's such a long tail down here, in order for me to really make it a good entry, my reward has to be so high that I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. I can't enter there. Okay, and I'm glad I didn't. Okay, so yeah, that definitely tricked me. And I'm glad that I did the thing where I look at what my risk to reward ratio would be, and I thought about it from that perspective. Okay, so now I am definitely seeing a downward trend, and look, this has gone lower than this. So now we seem to be in a downward shift. And let's see, now this could be a reversal bar. This looks like potential. Okay, we came back up and we're at this line. So now let's see, do we keep following this line, or are we going to break through this trend line? Okay, so we broke through that trend line. So we came up, we came down. Now we're going back up again. But do I think that it's something like this and then we're going to go back down? Okay, so now I see, perhaps, you see these two down here, like maybe this is a trend channel that is forming, that's going downward, possibly. Yeah, so now that I've drawn that, let me revisit if I were to enter right here as a short. Now, I don't love how like this bar was so large that my stop really needs to be pretty big. I don't love that. And that risk to reward ratio, I mean, is doable, but okay, just looking at this recent price action right here, where we had like a big solid bar that's going down. We're closing almost at the wick, so this is like a lot of good selling pressure. And then this one tried to go pretty far down and it couldn't, so then it stopped here. Then this one goes up. This one's just kind of like back and forth. It's not really sure, and it's also an inside bar. This one is a good, solid or fairly solid downtrend bar showing us some selling pressure. Here's another one that's like very similar to this one where we have selling pressure, but we go all the way down and then we come up because we can't quite close that low, but we're trying. It's like we want to go down. So in looking at it bar by bar right here, I am feeling a little more selling pressure than buying pressure. So this might not be like a horrible trade. I wish that I was like buying closer to this trend line up here. And also like this trend line is just, it only has 2 touch points here and then 2 touch points here. So it's not like a confirmed trend line. But I'm going to try it, I think. Because I really don't see us going up. I don't see us having that momentum. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. And what time is it? At 7:15. Okay, so I'm going to try to sell right here. And we'll see what happens. Oh. Okay, that's a doji bar. And hopefully we're like getting to this trend line. So hopefully that means we're turning around. Okay, kind of. Yes. Okay. And actually, like, even though I'm not... I hate when that happens. Oh, did it undo? Okay, no. Okay. Even though I'm not like fully to where the target was, that's like a really good amount for me. I'm happy with it. So I'm going to flatten right there. Now, I know there's going to be people that are going to say that I shouldn't do that because I need to like fully actualize the reward in order to make the risk worth it. And that'll be something I have to work on, but I'm not working on that right now. Right now, I'm just like happy. So 425 is an excellent amount. in my opinion, to be made for just having started at 6 o'clock and then being done at 7:30. So about an hour and a half of looking at the charts and making that much is happy. Like, I'm happy with that. That's a good amount for me. So thanks for joining me on my practice today, and I hope to see you next time.